Uncle BS, where were you December 25th, 1965?
December the 25th, 1965, I was trying to have a housewarming party for my daddy coming home from the hospital. And I succeeded. I didn't know there was fire in the fireplace, and I poured some gasoline in it. And next thing I know, we had a real housewarming. And that house has never been the same since.
All right, let's back it up, Uncle BS. Let's go with Wayne Jones. What exactly happened? Paint me the scene. What was going? Like y'all, I guess y'all knew Granny was going to get Bill Jones from the hospital.
Yes.
What was he in the hospital for?
I can't remember his condition. He'd been in the hospital about 12 or 13 times. He had everything from some kind of blocked bowels to abscess on his liver.
Goodness.
And he had ulcers. And but he'd been in the hospital 12, 13 times. I can't remember exactly how much. It's amazing he made it to 1987.
Yep.
But I just...
How old were you this year?
I was 16 years old, and I had a cast on my left leg. I had a cracked bone down around the ankle.
How'd you do that?
Man, that's a long story.
We got time.
Yeah, but I was moving a commercial food mixer with a couple of other 16-year-old dudes, and I was trying to stabilize it on a cart, and there was a little bit of a depression in the road, and when the front wheels went off, it started tilting, and I wasn't strong enough to keep it there, and it caught me right below the knee, and when it got down to my ankle, it cracked a bone. And so I had my leg in a cast, and I caught myself on fire. I mean,
What?
what? Now this was got it a little bit out of sequence there, but then when I went back to why I was trying to start a fire on Christmas morning while they were bringing Daddy home, I had my leg in this cast, and of course. A young kid playing with gasoline and fire is not a good thing. And I got gasoline on my leg and on my cast. And came pretty close to burning up. But, I mean, that was pretty much it.
No, that's not it. I mean, how did you put your leg out? What happened?
Well, did a whole lot of whooping.
Hold on. So you just beat the shit out of your leg? Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's it.
You had 5, wait, hold up. You were one of 8. You had 7 brothers and sisters that weren't willing to beat you alive. Please explain.
Well, they felt a little bit sorry for me. But I mean, that's pretty much it. And Daddy got home from the hospital, and the house looked like a bonfire. Said, "Welcome home."
Welcome home, Daddy. It's like a birthday cake, but we set the whole thing on fire.
Yeah.
Well, what was their reaction?
Well, about all it could be is, what the hell we're going to do? And we'll go up to Judy's house in Greenbrier, And
Oh, so at this point you had grown brothers and sisters. Yeah, that would make sense since you were the next to youngest out of the 8, and
and
you were 16. So
and
that's
it
good. They did at least have refuge somewhere.
yeah, and it didn't take too long to
Hold up, my brain just putting something together.
What's that?
Are you the reason Granny and Bill Jones moved in with Judy in her basement?
Well, not that time.
Okay. see, when I came into the world, they were in her basement in an apartment. Not like she locked them in the basement, like she was like gonna feed them fava beans and Chianti.
Yeah. Well, see, this was 1965, or right at the start of '66. Where they moved in with Judy, but they found a rental house out on New Chapel Road, and they moved into a better house, and we actually. Are you warming up supper? I'm sorry.
What?
I asked her if she was warming up supper.
Oh. Meaning she's toasting the biscuits. I got you from the waist down, girl. Taste the biscuits. Taste the goodness of the biscuits.
But that was it. That Judy had a pretty nice house up in Greenbrier.
Gotcha.
And so we stayed up there for a while, and then we got a rental house on New Chapel Road, and we got everything back to normal pretty quick.
That's the Jones
That
way.
was it. But I've always felt guilty about being a dumbass. But I did burn a house down.
You know what? As much grief as you gave me in being a child, I never burned your house down. You're welcome.
Well, I appreciate that.
Daddy. It sounds like y'all got through that fine, and you don't need to have any guilt. Everything's all right. I know we all have things we wish we did better, but
Oh, definitely.
and if history speaks, you were there for your parents, and I know that everything worked out the way it should, and all for the best. You're a good daddy. I love you.
Okay. And that was Uncle BS on December 25th, 1965.
Thank you, Uncle BS. Another great story in the books.